What is it that makes a game truly unforgettable? Is it the way it lingers in your mind long after you've put the controller down? The kind of experience that makes you lose track of time, completely immersed in another world? Maybe it's the emotional impact, the heart-pounding action, or the sheer joy of exploration. Whatever it is, some games manage to leave a mark that stays with us forever. Today we're counting down 10 must-play games that every gamer needs to experience at least once. Few games have managed to captivate players the way Elden Ring did. From Software's open-world epic wasn't just another action RPG, it was a revolution in game design. The Lands Between was a vast, mysterious, and hauntingly beautiful world that begged to be explored. Every mountain, castle, and hidden cave felt like it had a story to tell, rewarding players with secrets, lore, and intense battles. But what truly set Elden Ring apart was its challenge. The game didn't just test your skill, it demanded patience, strategy, and the willingness to learn from failure. Whether it was the brutal elegance of Millennia, the relentless fury of Radagon, or the sheer terror of stumbling upon an unsuspecting boss, every fight felt like a true test of perseverance. Beyond its difficulty, Elden Ring had a lasting impact on the gaming community. Players shared stories of their triumphs, debated the deep lore, and even came together to help others with notoriously tough encounters. The game sparked countless memes, discussions, and speedruns, proving that it wasn't just a game, it was a shared experience that united gamers worldwide. With its breathtaking world, deep combat system, and unforgettable boss fights, Elden Ring didn't just meet expectations, it redefined what an open-world RPG could be. If there's one game that set the gold standard for open-world RPGs, it's The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Released in 2015, this game wasn't just another fantasy adventure, it was an experience. From its deep storytelling to its breathtaking world, The Witcher 3 redefined what it meant to be immersed in a game. At its core was Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter with a sharp wit, unmatched combat skills, and a moral compass constantly tested by the world around him. But what made The Witcher 3 truly special wasn't just Geralt, it was the world itself. Every choice mattered, shaping the fate of kingdoms, friendships, and even Geralt's own destiny. Side quests weren't just filler, they were mini-stories, often just as gripping as the main plot. The real magic of The Witcher 3 was how it immersed players in its lore, characters, and moral dilemmas. No decision was black and white, and every outcome felt meaningful. Years after its release, The Witcher 3 still stands as one of the greatest RPGs ever made. Its impact on gaming is undeniable, inspiring countless developers and setting a new benchmark for storytelling and world-building. Simply put, The Witcher 3 isn't just a must-play, it's a game that will stay with you long after the credits roll. Some games tell a story. Ghost of Tsushima makes you live it. Sucker Punch's open-world masterpiece isn't just an incredible game, it's a love letter to samurai cinema and one of the most visually stunning experiences in gaming history. Set in feudal Japan during the Mongol invasion, the game puts you in the shoes of Jin Sakai, a noble samurai torn between honor and survival. As the Mongols ravage Tsushima, Jin must decide whether to uphold the rigid samurai code or embrace the shadows, becoming the feared Ghost, willing to do whatever it takes to save his homeland. But Ghost of Tsushima isn't just about storytelling, it's about feeling. Every duel is a test of skill, every battle a cinematic spectacle. The combat system is fluid, precise, and brutally satisfying, rewarding patience, strategy, and mastery of different stances. Whether you're facing enemies head-on in dramatic standoffs, or striking from the shadows as a deadly assassin, every encounter feels intense and rewarding. And then there's the world itself. Tsushima Island isn't just a backdrop, it's a living, breathing painting. Rolling fields of golden grass, blood-red maple forests, misty mountain peaks. Every frame looks like a work of art. The game's Kurosawa mode even lets you play in stunning black and white, fully embracing its samurai film inspirations. Beyond its beauty, Ghost of Tsushima left a lasting impact on the gaming community. It reminded players that single-player experiences still matter, and that open-world games don't need endless markers to be engaging. Sometimes all you need is the wind guiding you to your next adventure. With its emotional story, unforgettable combat and breathtaking world, Ghost of Tsushima is more than just a game. It's a legend, one that every gamer should experience at least once. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the most immersive and emotionally powerful games ever created. Rockstar's Wild West epic grips you from the very first moment and stays with you long after the credits roll. At the heart of it all is Arthur Morgan, one of the greatest protagonists in gaming history. A rugged outlaw struggling with loyalty, morality, and the inevitable downfall of the Van der Linde gang. Arthur's journey is one of redemption, survival, and self-discovery, filled with choices that shape not just his fate, but the world around him. But Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't just about the story, it's about living in its world. The game's attention to detail is unparalleled. From the dynamic weather and lifelike animations to the way Arthur's beard grows over time, every tiny detail makes the world feel alive. Whether you're hunting in the snow-covered mountains, playing poker in a dusty saloon, or simply watching the sunset over the plains, it's impossible not to get lost in the beauty of the American frontier. And then there's the gameplay. The gunfights are intense and weighty, every encounter carrying the grit and danger of the Wild West. The honor system makes every decision meaningful. Will you be a noble gunslinger or a ruthless outlaw? The world reacts to your choices, making each playthrough feel uniquely personal. Beyond its technical brilliance, Red Dead Redemption 2 raised the bar for open-world storytelling, proving that video games can deliver cinematic, emotional narratives that rival Hollywood's best. Even years after its release, the game's community is still alive, with players sharing discoveries, theories, and unforgettable moments from their journeys. Few games have ever matched the depth, beauty, and emotional weight of Red Dead Redemption 2. It's not just one of the best games of its generation, it's one of the greatest games ever made. Some games are fun, some are thrilling. But The Last of Us, it's an emotional journey that stays with you forever. Naughty Dog's post-apocalyptic masterpiece isn't just a game, it's one of the most powerful stories ever told in gaming. Set in a world ravaged by a deadly infection, the game follows Joel and Ellie, two survivors brought together by fate, tragedy, and the desperate fight to stay alive. But The Last of Us isn't just about survival, it's about love, loss, and what it means to be human in a world that's lost its humanity. What makes this game so special is its storytelling. Every interaction, every quiet moment, and every gut-wrenching twist feels real. Joel isn't your typical hero. He's flawed, broken, and willing to do anything to protect Ellie. And Ellie, she's not just a sidekick. She's one of the most well-written and emotionally complex characters in gaming. Their bond is the heart of the game, and watching it evolve is both beautiful and heartbreaking. But The Last of Us didn't just impact players, it changed gaming forever. It proved that video games could tell stories just as powerful as any movie or book. It sparked endless discussions, theories, and debates about its characters, themes, and unforgettable ending. Even years later, its legacy remains untouched, with the remake bringing its breathtaking visuals and emotional weight to a new generation. The Last of Us isn't just a must-play, it's a game that redefines what storytelling in gaming can be. Few games hit as hard, few stories are as unforgettable, and few experiences will leave you as emotionally drained, yet utterly in awe. Nintendo's bold reinvention of the Zelda franchise didn't just redefine open-world games, it set a new standard for exploration, freedom, and creativity in gaming. Breath of the Wild throws away the usual hand-holding and says, "Go." Discover, survive. No markers, no linear paths, just pure, unfiltered adventure. Whether you're climbing towering mountains, gliding over valleys, or experimenting with physics-based puzzles, every moment feels like your own personal journey. Rain can put out your fires, lightning can strike your metal weapons, and enemies have their own routines and behaviours. The sheer level of interactivity is unmatched. Want to launch yourself off a tree using an exploding bomb? You can. Want to defeat a tough enemy by tricking them into stepping on ice? That works too. The game doesn't just allow creativity, it rewards it. But Breath of the Wild isn't just a playground, it's an emotional journey. The remnants of a fallen kingdom, the echoes of forgotten heroes, and Link's quest to save Zelda all come together in a world that feels both lonely and full of wonder. Every shrine, every memory, and every unexpected discovery adds to the feeling that you're truly part of something legendary. Some games evolve. God of War was reborn. Santa Monica Studio took a franchise known for its over-the-top action and rage-fueled destruction and transformed it into a deep, emotional, and character-driven epic, without sacrificing the brutal combat fans loved. At its core, this is a story about fatherhood. Kratos, once defined by his anger and vengeance, is now a father trying to guide his son through a world filled with gods, monsters, and painful lessons. Their journey to scatter the ashes of his wife isn't just a quest, it's an emotional odyssey, filled with moments of tenderness, conflict, and growth. The semi-open world of Midgard is breathtaking, filled with Norse mythology, hidden secrets, and larger-than-life encounters. From fighting the massive world serpent, Jörmungandr, to facing off against gods like Baldur, the game is packed with cinematic, unforgettable moments. The game's impact was immediate and massive. It took a beloved franchise, flipped it on its head, and created one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time. It set a new benchmark for storytelling in action games, proving that even the most brutal warriors can have depth, heart, and vulnerability. With its stunning visuals, masterful combat, and emotionally gripping story, God of War wasn't just a great reboot, it was a legendary journey that set the stage for even greater things to come. Rocksteady's Arkham series was already legendary, but Batman, Arkham Knight took it to a whole new level. This game delivered the ultimate Batman experience, featuring a massive open-world Gotham, stunning visuals, and the long-awaited ability to drive the Batmobile. The game's story is darker and more personal than ever. Batman faces Scarecrow's terrifying plan to destroy Gotham, while also battling his own demons, both figuratively and literally. The mysterious Arkham Knight emerges as a deadly new foe, bringing an intense personal vendetta against the Dark Knight. The twists, emotional weight, and epic confrontations make this one of the most gripping Batman stories ever told. The gameplay refines everything from previous Arkham games. The free-flow combat is better than ever, stealth is more dynamic, and the Batmobile adds a whole new layer to exploration and combat. Gliding across Gotham, taking down criminals, and feeling like the true Dark Knight has never been more immersive. With breathtaking visuals, an unforgettable story, and the most complete Batman experience ever put in a game, Arkham Knight is the definitive way to step into the cape and cowl. A true masterpiece of action-adventure gaming, Uncharted 2 takes players on an exhilarating journey filled with danger, mystery, and breathtaking set pieces. Nathan Drake, our charismatic treasure hunter, embarks on a globe-trotting quest to uncover the secrets of the legendary Sintamani Stone and the lost city of Shambhala. From the heart-pounding opening scene, where Drake dangles from a derailed train over a snowy cliff, to intense shootouts, stealth segments, and mind-blowing platforming sequences, every moment feels ripped straight from a Hollywood blockbuster. The game's tight gunplay, fluid parkour mechanics, and smartly written characters make for an unforgettable experience. With its cinematic storytelling, epic action, and jaw-dropping locations, You don't want to miss out on one of the best games ever made. Bloodborne is a dark and haunting action RPG from the makers of Dark Souls, set in a gothic, Victorian-inspired world. You play as the Hunter, a mysterious figure tasked with ridding the city of horrific creatures and uncovering the twisted secrets behind a mysterious plague that has turned the population into monsters. The game stands out for its fast-paced combat, where players must master aggressive, high-risk strategies. Unlike the more methodical combat of Dark Souls, Bloodborne rewards players for being daring, dodging, and countering enemies with precision. The use of firearms and quick melee weapons creates a thrilling, fluid battle system. The art direction is absolutely terrifying, with grotesque, nightmarish enemies and an atmosphere so oppressive, it feels like the world itself is out to get you. The story is told subtly, through cryptic dialogue, hidden lore, and environmental storytelling, making every discovery feel rewarding. And just like its spiritual predecessor, Bloodborne is notorious for its brutal difficulty. The game challenges you every step of the way, with unforgiving bosses, relentless enemies, and a world that never lets you relax. With its intense difficulty, memorable setting, and rewarding combat, Bloodborne is a must-play for fans of challenging, atmospheric action RPGs. Well, that's all we got for the top 10 must-play games. Of course, we know we missed a lot of incredible games. There are just too many masterpieces to fit into one list. But at the end of the day, the games we picked aren't just great, they're unforgettable. These are the kinds of games that leave a lasting impact, redefine genres, and set the gold standard for gaming. So now we turn it over to you. What games would you add to this list? Which games have left the biggest impact on you? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's keep the conversation going.